Hi, my name is Madeleine Blomkvist, and I'm a junior at Eastridge High School, and I'm with Michelle Okada, the Parks and Recreation Director at Woodbury. So, what is Parks and Recreation?
Oh my goodness, that's a great question to kick it off. Parks and Recreation is different to each person. So I kind of think of it as from our city, it's facilities, it's programs, it's spaces, and it's things to do.
What type of work do you do in Woodbury in your role?
We're a bit of an orchestra director. We're working with many different groups and many different people, but most importantly, it's working with the team of people in the Parks and Recreation Department that really do fabulous work. And so I really enjoy that part of it, is working with the team that produces the parks and the programs, that supervise and make sure that our facilities are ready for people to come to them. So Eagle Valley Golf Course, M Health Fairview Sports Center. So those are all parts of what we do. And then certainly the fabulous Central Park that's under construction right now. It's another part of our Parks and Recreation Department.
What is your favorite Parks and Recreation project that you've done
Oh,
in your career?
they're all...
If you had to choose, what would it be?
Oh, if I have to choose one? Gosh, well, so probably my favorite was back in a different role. So I was previously a recreation specialist, and I had the privilege and opportunity to work on bringing the Miracle Field to Woodbury, and that is absolutely my favorite project of all time. Certainly there have been a lot of others that are really fantastic, but just what that brought to our residents of Woodbury and really the East Metro area is pretty special. And so that will hold a special place in my heart.
And what is the Miracle Field?
Oh, yes, thank you. So it's a fully accessible baseball field. So people of all abilities, they can play on a baseball field just like their peers playing on different fields. And it really brings a whole community together. So it's the athletes and the people that are there supporting them, the families that get to watch their children playing baseball, and just the joy that it brings. So that's a little bit of an overview of what the Miracle League field is.
What are some hardships and struggles you face in this position?
Oh gosh. So a year into my role, not even a year into my role, this little thing called COVID entered our world. And so being a new director, and we're in the connectedness business. So trying to maintain what we're doing, but yet people can't be by each other. Our facilities are closing. Certainly people have experienced hardships, but in the realm of Parks and Recreation, COVID hit us pretty hard.
How has COVID changed the way Parks and Recreation works, if any?
Sure. Certainly when we were in the midst of it, coming into it and then coming out of it, we absolutely had to adjust how we did things, how we approached certain situations. Certain programming wasn't possible at all. And then as we came out of it, we actually had one of our busiest summers ever. People were ready to get back together, but in a different format. And it really offered us some opportunities to take that step back and say, what programming does our community really want? And how can we bring that to them here where they might have gone other places to find it? Working with our partners, and how can we maximize whether it's the programming or our different facilities? So I would say just really taking that step back and looking at what's important and how do we create social connectedness after a time when we weren't able to have social connectedness.
What are some rewarding parts of your position?
There are so many rewarding parts of serving this wonderful community of Woodbury. I find it's the little things that really keep me and sometimes my team members going. One example I can think of is we were in a time of growth, growing parks, adding trails, and sometimes growth is challenging. But at the end of that season, we got a picture of a young person smiling from ear to ear, playing on a new piece of playground equipment that he didn't previously have in his neighborhood. And that is just really what kind of keeps us going, are the smiles on the kids' faces, the adults getting together to play mahjong or bridge, the adult softball players that come after work, they're hustling and they're getting there, and then they get to have some fun after work. So just those little things and mostly the smiles.
What does a typical day in your position look like?
There is no typical day. So for example, my day started out with a meeting talking about environmental stewardship, meeting with some residents about a question that they have about a park that's going to be going in their area. And then lastly, I got the opportunity to look at a planting plan with a group of residents that is really intrigued by a particular memorial that we have. So really day to day is different, but that is one of the things I absolutely love about what I do is the variety.
How do you stay organized in your position?
Organization is very important, and for me, it's my calendar. I really put all of my tasks and to-dos in my calendar. I have tasks lists and folders and things like that, but my calendar is really what drives every day.
What would you say to young women in the community that are maybe want to get into Parks and Recreation?
I would say, please come talk to me. I would love the opportunity to talk about how Parks and Recreation works in this community. Really, one of the beautiful things about Parks and Recreation is it's in every city and it's not the same in every city. So differences here, there might be greater interest in another community. Loving the opportunity to connect people. We connect people in our jobs. We also connect young people that are interested in this field or others to areas either in the community or outside the community.
What advice do you have for the younger generation of women?
Do the things, do all the things, try all the things, and just be your authentic self. Bring yourself to where you're going and take the experience in, learn from it, grow from it, but keep trying. So Madeleine, what do you think leadership is?
I think leadership, that's a really loaded question because leadership could be different for everyone. One person's leader maybe not be someone else's. Leadership for me means someone you can go to if you're happy, if you have a problem, if you need help. That's what I think leadership is. I think leadership is someone you can talk to.
Madeleine, do you see yourself as a leader? And if so, in what characteristics?
I do think I see myself as a leader because I really try to make myself open to everyone. I really try to be an open book and just make myself a warm presence so people feel like they can come to me with anything they're struggling with that I can help with.
Are you interested in a leadership role as you get into your career?
Yes, I think so.
What does that look like?
Well, I'm thinking about majoring in accounting, and my mom is actually a tax director for a company, so it'd be nice to follow in her footsteps.
That's great. What do you think of when you think of Woodbury Parks and Recreation?
I think of parks because my school sometimes will take trips down to the park by M Hill Fairview, and it's really nice to see people just enjoying. I've never seen someone sad at a park. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me.
I've had such a great time. Thank you for your time.